Okay, so who would you say the audience would be for our media product?
Basically, I think that our audience would be a British audience because, you know, they would be able to understand the different shots that we have used.
Yeah.
We've used a match card, which actually changes the location. So, you know, like British people would be able to understand that this is a match card which changes a location to another. Whereas if anyone else would see, they would be like, what is this?
They don't understand the concept of it. Okay.
So basically our storyline is actually about a British girl who is going, who's an outgoing person, but then all of a sudden she starts having like mental disabilities, like becoming what is going on with her, and she becomes isolated from the world and doesn't talk to anyone, and she suddenly disappears. So we've tried to show representation in our media.
Okay.
So we've represented like a lot of things.
What would you say like would be the age range or age group for our?
Oh, basically the age range for our product.
Yeah.
I personally think that it would be a 12A.
Okay. Would it like range higher than that? Like what would it go up to? Would you say?
Oh,
like starting from a 12A, would it go up to like?
It
15,
could.
18?
Yes, anyone could watch it because it's a mind game that is going on.
Yeah.
So I think to understand it, you must be 12 or 18 to understand the mind game, what is going on, who is the protagonist, victim, you know. And the audience, like, it's aimed at 12A basically.
Yeah. So, what would you say the ethnicity would be?
Oh, if we talk about the ethnicity, we've shown in our media product that the protagonist basically is from a different culture.
Yeah.
So we've tried to show multicultural kind of society because in Britain you have different cultures. So that's what our product is trying to show, that, you know, it is aimed at British audience because you have so many cultures and we're going out of the box, like not
keeping to one thing.
Yeah,
that's true. Okay, so the what would you say about sexuality? Like who would that be aimed at?
Sexuality, basically in our product we have.
Does it matter? Does it?
It doesn't really matter because we didn't aim it to any. Yeah. So I would say everybody.
Yeah. Okay. What about like our gender? Who do you think?
Oh, so genders, basically, the gender that we have tried to show is actually, you know, when we talk about investigators, we always talk about males.
Yeah.
And in our product, we have talked about females, so, you know, sometimes they might feel left out, you know.
Yeah,
so we've gone out of the box, talked about a female investigator, so the audience, like, if females watching it, they would be like, they have actually researched about it and changed everything.
Yeah, so we've gone against the stereotype that normally men are investigators. Okay. What about the race of our
race? As I said before, you know, we've talked about our ethnicity. It's multicultural. So the race, I would say that anybody could go and watch it because we've represented another race basically. So because the protagonist actually is the powerful character, so that is showing to the audience that you can come and watch it, don't feel left out.
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter who you are, where you belong from, and everything.
And finally, what about the disability?
Oh, in our product, we've talked about the victim who starts becoming a bit like, you know, like not the opening, but
is this like the backstory?
Yes, the storyline is about a victim who is becoming like a bit disabled mentally, and she's getting no help. So we're talking about, like, you know, disabled people are shown as left out. But we are trying to represent them, so that audience would be able to see that, you know, they're representing us as well. So
Yeah.
we've gone through everything.
Yeah.
Like in the representation, we've tried to cover everything,
Yeah.
so anybody could come and watch it. Because when you go through the representation criteria, you can tell like audience would get more attracted to your product if you respect.
The different representations
Yeah.
and not leave any out. Like,
Yes, exactly.
yeah, not be biased.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So the audience is almost like everyone, because we've
Yeah.
tried to
I
cover
haven't
it.
got a specific sort of thing, so anybody can watch it. So.
Exactly.